In other words, it's a huge shit sandwich and we're all gonna have to take a bite.
Sir, does this mean that Anne Margaret's not coming?
Before we talk about Hunter Biden's this new information that came to us by way of 4chan, two very, very quick things. There will be another video on Gear Issue 33 tomorrow, which will be about these woke SJW soldiers kind of like saying that they don't want to uphold their oath over the Supreme Court ruling. That video will also be out tomorrow to go along with this one. And one more video that I'm going to bring up now about Biden voters actually regretting their vote, which, by the way, is a piece that Fox News did. But I want to talk a little bit about this 4chan story, which you guys are seeing right here. This video is not going to be that long of a video because I'm just here to basically tell you what I think is going to happen. Now that more and more things have came out about Hunter Biden, of course, now we know that Biden was lying, honk honk, called that a long time ago, about not being involved with Hunter Biden's business dealings. But now you get this video that came out, which, by the way, I cannot show, or else YouTube would actually, let's just say that they would knock this video very quickly. They'd probably give me on the strike for posting it. But I do have a couple of photos from that actual video right here that you guys are seeing now. But I'm pretty sure you guys can kind of like add things up. By the way, I had to put them up in the corner of the actual camera instead of actually covering in a voiceover format in a cutaway. Now, guys, here's what I want to talk about. We know that the Bidens are corrupt as hell. We know that politicians as a whole are corrupt as hell. We already know this. We've known about Ukraine. We've known about Hunter Biden's business dealings. And, of course, you've got people out there thinking that maybe what's really going on is that it's not Hunter who's taking advantage of Joe. It may be Joe taking advantage of Hunter. Now, of course, you've got these voicemails. All this stuff has come out, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And, of course, your thinking is going to be that the media is not going to want to cover that. Now, guys, this right here is what we're going to talk about. Now, before we do that, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you guys call on the notifications so that way you guys are notified when the videos come out. Also, leave a comment in the comment section if you guys can. Share and pass these videos around. Go ahead and get this information out here because this right is not so much about actually telling you what's actually going on here, but to tell you guys of exactly what to expect as far as coverage. A big part of me thinks that the media would just say to themselves, you know what, man, we're not going to touch this. We don't want to touch this. But then again, though, when the President of the United States is supposedly right now at less than 30% approval in a couple of polls, and not to mention the stuff about what Hunter has said about Jill has came, which, by the way, I can't really say. I'm trying to keep the language. I'm trying to keep things a little bit clean. I'm trying to let the bad language slip a little bit, and quite frankly, I just don't like using that word. But here's the thing. You would think that the media would not cover this. I'd be willing to bet that this week, this story continues to linger more and more and more, and the media finally has enough, and they actually cover it. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't shock me one damn bit, and here's the reason why. The media has got to find a way at this moment in time to get Joe out of the picture. They got to get somebody else on the ballot. And, of course, I talked about this in the video, which, by the way, I will be leaving in the description box, on the Democrats' nominee for 2024 and how it was that I explained, for the most part, that I think that they're just not going to be able to get rid of Joe. They're just not going to be able to do it, and I think that they're going to go out of their way to actually try to get rid of him at least one more time. So don't be surprised that the media does not actually report this. Of course, they're going to put a spin on it. I mean, obviously, they're going to do that. But don't be surprised if they don't actually report on this particular piece of information that's coming out. Don't be surprised if they don't start talking about the laptop from hell. Don't be surprised if it does not come out. By the way, guys, a lot of things in that laptop, I mean a lot. You're talking about the stuff with Ashley Biden. You're talking about all the phone calls. You're talking about all the information Hunter has. All the stuff that probably his father. And by the way, Hunter Biden is kind of... I don't know how to put it. I'm kind of torn. I used to think that maybe he was just a great big giant POS crackhead, but now I'm starting to think that maybe this guy can't help his POSing. He kind of sort of can't help how crappy he is. A part of me is starting to think that. A part of me is starting to feel that way. And don't be surprised if Hunter Biden is also made out to be somewhat of the victim himself. I mean, like I said myself, I don't think he's a victim, but then again, at the same time, I kind of don't think he can kind of help how bad of a person he's become or help how bad he is. I mean, a lot of this probably stems back to Joe and Joe being a father. It probably stems back to a lot of that right there. It makes me wonder about Joe himself, exactly how bad he was. And, of course, I've just already said on several occasions, I think that Joe Biden is corrupt and very, very incompetent. But let's be honest, guys. Joe's not running this country. Joe is not running this country. Let's be honest. Obama's people are running this country. I think that Joe is a sacrificial lamb. It's almost like them saying, we will hand up Biden. We will put Biden up to kind of sort of be our sacrificial lamb, be the last person to kind of get what we want done, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, stuff like that. That's the whole point, was to send him out there to kind of get it done. Of course, Joe's not very effective on doing that, and he's probably only about halfway in charge of his actual administration. My personal opinion is that Susan Rice, maybe Barack Obama, and maybe a couple of people in the old cabal, a couple of people in the Bush team, a couple of people in the Cheney team, a couple of people in the Obama team, I think they're all kind of running the show. That probably also includes some Clintons, too. That is what I think is going on. But you guys got to understand something else, too. The Democrats have got two very, very bad problems with this right. Number one, as you guys are seeing, they're trying to lower the price of gas, which, by the way, I kind of expect, but that is not going to help Biden's approval rating out. Once that approval rating gets below 30, it ain't coming back up. I mean, the highest it may go is maybe 6%. It gets you about 35, but you're still going to get slaughtered in 2022. Right now, their focus is trying to get, establishment Republicans back on the ballot instead of America First ones, so that way they can have bipartisan people who will actually bipartisanly do us up the, can't actually say the word. But I think that is the actual point. Also, something else, too, they're trying to get rid of the radical left. They have to get rid of the radical left. The only way they're ever going to be able to stand a chance in any elections going forward is if they get rid of the radical left. However, what they do not understand about the radical left, and of course this is right here, is a coined phrase from H.A. Goodman, I actually agree with 100% on this right here, is that if the radical left is there, it's about 25% of their party. It's literally 25% of their vote. If they lose that 25%, and by the way, guys, we'll be doing more videos on the left. Don't worry, I'll be starting that series up tomorrow. Then they're probably going to get their butts kicked in every election. Not to mention the fact that you see the Biden voter regret, of course, in the video that I made earlier tonight. Yeah, they're beginning to get pissed off with Joe Biden, and they're beginning to say, look, man, we're not going to vote. And, of course, there's even some who are actually planning on switching and voting for Trump in 2024 or Ron DeSantis. Guys, I just want to kind of give you guys a bit of an update here to kind of let you guys know what I think is probably going to happen as a result of this. You expect the media not to report on this, but me personally, I would not be shocked if they don't, because like I said, they got to get rid of Joe. Guys, John Claymore here. If you like the content, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, sign up in the comment section, and I'll see you guys later.